Lights grim, shadows dance as the lights grow dim. Monsters lurking, phantoms moan. Ghoulies here, you're not alone. Welcome to the Ghoulie Show. It's gonna be a good nighty night. Hope you can sleep tight. Ooh, don't be shy, just take a seat. Where nightmares and nostalgia meet. The movie chills, the radio's hell. The Ghoulie Show is on the prowl.
OTR Halloween Holidays presents The Baba Ghoulie Show. With cartoons from Watchwaddle.
Now, the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California presents
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you the distinguished actor, Mr. Ronald Colman, in one of the great suspense stories of our time, August Heat.
Suspense is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Before we bring you Ronald Colman and our suspense play, here's a brief message from Elsa Maxwell, famed for her great charm as a hostess.
When food looks appetizing, it almost always lives up to expectations. When even so simple a main dish as a steaming, fragrant bowl of spaghetti or beans is surrounded by bright green salads, golden rolls or muffins, and brilliant Roma California burgundy, the food is more enjoyable, more delightful.
And for a summery touch of the outdoors, a vase of flowers, perfect color complement to the deep, rich beauty of Roma burgundy. You'll enjoy the fruity, robust taste, the tart piquancy of distinguished Roma burgundy served cool. Truly a masterpiece of fine winemaking. Like all Roma wines, Roma burgundy is unvaryingly good, always high in quality of bouquet, color, and taste. The happy reward of selected grapes, brought slowly to perfection, gently pressed, then carefully guided to flavor fullness by the ancient skill of Roma's noted wineries in California's choicest vineyards. Yet all this goodness is yours for only pennies a glass. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you a remarkable tale of suspense.
And with August Heat, W.F. Harvey's matchless narrative of premonition and the brooding terror of twilight and the unseen, and with the performance of Ronald Colman, Roma Wines hope indeed to keep you in suspense.
Peniston Road, Clapham, August the 20th, 1945. I have had what I believe to be the most remarkable day in my life. And while the events are still fresh in my mind, I wish to put them down on paper as clearly as possible. Let me say at the outset that my name is James Clarence Withencroft. You must remember that in order to have the full implication of my story. James Clarence Withencroft. I'm 40 years old, in perfect health, never having known a day's illness. By profession, I am an artist. Not a very successful one, but I earn enough money by my black and white work to satisfy my necessary wants. My only near relative, a sister, died 5 years ago, so that there is no one in particular to whom I address this manuscript. Only you, who might by chance read it someday. For, because of the peculiar circumstance about which you will soon hear, I have the strong premonition that I shall never live to tell anyone about it. I breakfasted this morning at 9 at the usual time. It was no different from any other morning. And after glancing through the morning paper, I lighted my pipe, and I proceeded to let my mind wander, in the hope that I might chance upon some subject for my pencil. The room, though door and window were open, was oppressively hot. And I had just made up my mind that the coolest and most comfortable place in the neighborhood would be the deep end of the public swimming bath, when I was suddenly shaken. A feeling swept over me such as I'd never experienced before. I attempted to rise to my feet, but somehow it seemed as though I had suddenly been fastened to my chair. My hand went out in an effort to brace myself. And then, before I knew what I was doing, my pencil was in my hand, and I began to draw. It was as though someone had taken my hand and was moving it across the paper, swiftly, in bold strokes. And then I seemed to take over. My hand, under its own power, began to draw. I soon forgot the oppressive heat. Everything was forgotten in this frantic feeling that the sketch must be finished as soon as possible. I had no idea how long I worked until I heard the clock of St. Jude's in the distance. It was 4 o'clock, and I had started just after breakfast. Now, for the first time since I'd begun, I actually seemed to see what I had been sketching. I was surprised. The final result was, I felt sure, the best thing I'd ever done. It showed a criminal in the dock immediately after the judge had pronounced sentence. The man was fat, enormously fat. The flesh hung in rolls about his chin. It creased his huge, stumpy neck. He was clean-shaven, or perhaps I should say a few days before he must have been clean-shaven. And he was almost bald. He stood there before the judge, his short, clumsy fingers clasping the rail, looking straight in front of him. The feeling that his expression conveyed was not so much one of horror as of utter, absolute collapse. There seemed nothing in the man strong enough to sustain that mountain of flesh. And then I saw that the sketch wasn't complete, for the man's other hand seemed to be clutching an instrument of some kind, a weapon, but it hadn't been completed. I had made this sketch, and yet I had no recollection of what I'd intended the man to carry in his other hand. I took up my pencil again, and I attempted to fill in the fuzzy outline, but it was useless. It was as though my fingers had suddenly turned to lead. I sat down, and I felt the moisture slowly forming on my forehead. And once again, I was conscious of the oppressive heat. Then I knew that there would be no finishing of the sketch, at any rate not for the moment. So I rolled it up, and without quite knowing why, I put it in my pocket. In spite of my peculiar inspiration, I was filled with a rare sense of happiness which the knowledge of a good thing well done gives. I believe that I set out with the idea of calling upon Trenton, for I remember walking along Lytton Street and turning to the right along Gilchrist Road, at the bottom of the hill where the men are at work on the new tram line. From there onwards, I have only the vaguest recollection of where I went. Through parks, along crowded streets, always conscious of the awful heat that came up from the dusty asphalt pavement in a suffocating wave. I remember, too, the hollow sound of my footsteps as I moved along. Although walking aimlessly, I somehow knew that there was a goal, a something to which I was drawn. I longed for the thunder promised by the great banks of copper-colored clouds that hung low over the western sky. I've really no idea how far I walked when a small boy roused me from my abstraction.
You got the time, mister?
20 minutes to 7.
Thanks. Hot enough for you, sir?
Yes. When he left me, I began to take stock of my bearings. I found myself standing before a gate that led into a yard bordered by a strip of thirsty earth. There were flowers, purple stock and scarlet geranium, and great numbers of bees droned over them. I stood looking down at them for a moment, and then, for some reason, I looked up. Over the entrance to the place, there was a board with the inscription, Charles Atkinson, monumental mason, worker in English and Italian marbles. From the yard itself came a cheery whistle, the noise of hammer blows and the cold sound of steel meeting stone. A sudden impulse made me enter, and I went in the direction of the noise. There was a man, sitting with his back towards me. He was busy at work on a slab of curiously veined marble. Then, without turning, his hammer stopped in midair as he was about to bring it down on his chisel. He held this position a moment before turning, but I knew that he was aware of my presence, and when he turned, I saw his face. It was, although I'd never seen him before, it was the face of the man I had been drawing. Yes, it was the face of the man whose sketch was in my pocket. He sat there on his low stool, huge and elephantine, the sweat pouring from his scalp, not speaking. Then he took a red silk handkerchief and he mopped his brow. Although this face that looked up at me was the same as my sketch, the expression was absolutely different. Suddenly the puzzled expression left his face, and he smiled, as if we were old friends. And he walked over and he took my hand.
Good day, sir.
Good day. I'm sorry to intrude.
Not at all.
Everything is so hot and glary outside. This is like an oasis in the wilderness.
I don't know about an oasis, but it certainly is hot. Whew. Take a seat, sir.
He pointed to the end of the gravestone on which he was at work, and I sat down.
Whew. Very hot.
It's a beautiful piece of stone you've got hold of.
In a way it is. The surface here is as fine as anything you could wish. But there's a big flaw at the back. Oh, I don't expect you'd notice it.
Oh, I shouldn't think so.
I could never really do a good job on a bit of marble like that. It would be all right in the summer like this. Wouldn't mind the blasted heat. But wait until the winter comes.
Winter?
There's nothing quite like frost to find out the weak points in stone.
Oh.
A gravestone, you see.
Oh, I see. Then what's this one for?
You'd hardly believe if I was to tell you, but it's for exhibition. It's the truth. Artists have exhibitions, so do grocers and butchers. Oh, we have them too. All the latest little things in headstones, you know.
He went on to talk of marbles, which sort of marble best withstood wind and rain, and which were easiest to work. Then of his garden and some new sort of carnation he had bought. At the end of every other minute, he would drop his tools, wipe his shining head.
This heat's bad. A man's not responsible for what he does. This heat.
I said little, for I felt uneasy. There was something unnatural, uncanny in all of this, the feeling that I'd experienced it all before. The oppressive heat, the fragrance of the stocks in the air, the conversation about the marble, the flowers, everything as though I had experienced it before. And yet I knew that I'd never ever been in this section of town before. tried to persuade myself that at least I'd seen him before. That his face, unknown to me, had found a place in some out-of-the-way corner of my memory. But I knew that I was practicing little more than a plausible piece of self-deception. As I sat there quietly, watching him, he looked up at me and he said,
There. What do you think of that?
He said it with an air of evident pride, of a job well done. I could sense that he was experiencing the same feeling I had experienced when I'd finished my sketch. Then he got up with a sigh of relief.
Hot. Hot, ain't it?
I was seated in such a position that I was unable to see his work. And for some reason, I didn't move. Suddenly, he began to read what he'd carved on the tombstone. He spoke deliberately and with a flat voice.
In the midst of life, we are in death. Born January 18, 1905.
I looked up with a start. This man had read my exact birthday.
He passed away very suddenly on August 20th, 1945.
That's today.
We usually use the present date on these exhibition stones.
Do you usually put a name on them, too?
Yes. Sacred to the memory of James Clarence Withencroft.
Cold shudder swept over me, and I sat there in silence. The sound of birds and crickets seemed loud in my ears as we stood there, looking at each other, saying nothing. And then he mopped his brow again.
Hot.
I was finally able to speak. Where did you see that name?
Oh, I didn't see it anywhere. I wanted some name, and I put down the first that came into my head.
It's a strange coincidence, but it happens to be mine.
Huh? That's your name? You're James Clarence...
Withencroft, yes.
Well... And the dates?
I can only answer for the birth date. It's correct.
Oh. That's a rum go.
I made a sketch this morning of you.
Of me? But you've never seen me before.
No.
Oh.
I took my sketch from my pocket and I showed it to him. As he looked, the expression on his face altered until it became more and more like that of the man I had drawn.
And it was only the other day before that I told Mariah there were no such things as ghosts.
Neither of us had seen a ghost, but I knew what he meant. Then I spoke to him. You probably heard my name someplace.
Yes. You must have seen me somewhere and forgotten it.
Yes.
Were you at Clacton-on-Sea last July?
No, I've never been to Clacton in my life.
Oh.
And we were silent for some time again. And we stood there looking at one another and at the two dates on the gravestone. And the birth one was right, and the other was today.
Well, come inside and have some supper.
His wife was a strange little woman, who was pallid with the look of those who live their lives indoors. Her husband introduced me as a friend of his who was an artist, and he informed her that I was staying to supper. I spoke, making some comment that I hoped I wouldn't be an intrusion, and she looked up at me and she said,
You have a pleasing voice, Mr. Withencroft, and you're welcome in my home. I'm sorry Charles has not brought you here before.
Very little was said during the meal, and after the sardines and watercress had been removed, she walked over to a cupboard and she took down a thin black book, and as she handed it to me, she spoke.
Would you read aloud, Mr. Withencroft?
Puzzled, I looked down at the book which she'd opened and placed before me. It was a very tiny book. The Prophet, it was called, by an author unknown to me with a strange Eastern name, Khalil Gibran. And my eyes fell across the page, and suddenly I was reading aloud, as she'd asked me to. Then Almitra spoke, saying, We would ask now of death. And he said, You would know the secret of death. But how shall you find it unless you seek it in the heart of life? The owl, whose night-bound eyes are blind unto the day, cannot unveil the mystery of light. If you would indeed behold the spirit of death, open your heart wide unto the body of life. For life and death are one, even as the river and the sea are one. In the depth of your hopes and desires lies your silent knowledge of the beyond. And like seeds dreaming beneath the snow, your heart dreams of spring. Trust the dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. Your fear of death is but the trembling of the shepherd when he stands before the king whose hand is to be laid upon him in honor. Is the shepherd not joyful beneath his trembling, that he shall wear the mark of the king? Yet is he not more mindful of his trembling. For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? And what is it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, that it may rise and expand and seek God unencumbered? Only when you drink from the river of silence shall you indeed sing. And when you have reached the mountain top, then you shall begin to climb. And when the earth shall claim your limbs, then shall you truly dance. When I looked up, Mr. Atkinson had gone. But his wife stood before me, and as she took the book, she spoke.
Thank you.
Then I went outside, and I found Atkinson sitting on the gravestone and smoking. He looked up at me.
Hot. Man's not responsible for what he might do in this heat. She never asked anyone to read aloud before.
And then we talked about the sketch again. He looked at it.
Likeness is me, all right. On trial.
You must excuse my asking, but do you know of anything you've done for which you could be put on trial?
No, I've done nothing. Not yet.
He got up, fetched a can from the porch, and he began to water the flowers.
Twice a day regular in the hot weather. And then the heat sometimes gets the better of the delicate ones, and ferns. Good Lord, they could never stand it. Where do you live?
I told him my address. It would take an hour's quick walk to get back home. And he stopped watering, and he faced me squarely.
It's like this. We'll look at the matter straight. If you'll both go back home tonight, you take your chance of accidents. A cart may run over you. There's always banana skins and orange peels. To say nothing of falling ladders.
He spoke of the improbable with an intense seriousness that would have been laughable 6 hours before. But I did not laugh.
The best thing we can do is for you to stay here till 12 o'clock. Then it'll be tomorrow, do you see?
Yes.
We'll go upstairs and smoke. Maybe cooler inside.
And to my surprise, I agreed. We are sitting in a long, low room beneath the eaves. Atkinson has sent his wife to bed. He himself is busy sharpening some tools at a little oilstone, smoking one of my cigars the while. And as I look at my sketch before me, I suddenly see the fuzzy outline of what the man in the picture holds in his hands. But while I had not been able to sketch it before, I am able to do so now. It is a chisel, and it is stained with dark liquid. The sketch is completed now. The air seems charged with thunder, and I hear it in the distance. It is ominous, but it carries the hope of rain. Perhaps this damnable heat will be broken soon, and the day will soon be over. It is close to 12. I am writing this at a shaky table before the open window. The leg is cracked, and Atkinson, who seems a handy man with his tools, is going to mend it as soon as he has finished putting an edge on his chisel. There. It is 12. The day is over, and I shall be going home. But the heat is stifling. This heat is enough to send a man mad.
And so closes August Heat, in which Roma Wines have brought you Ronald Colman as star of tonight's study in Suspense. Suspense is produced, edited, and directed by William Spear. Music for August Heat was composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Dennis Hoy appeared as Atkinson.
This is Truman Bradley with a word for Roma Wines, the sponsor of Suspense. America's famed authority on hospitality, Elsa Maxwell, recently made this suggestion for gracious entertainment.
Your friends will respect your good taste when you serve delightful Roma California Tokay, enjoyable at any time, with coffee or dessert with nuts and fruit. I suggest serving Roma Tokay cool.
A most timely suggestion from Miss Maxwell. You'll find flame bright Roma Tokay velvety smooth, moderately sweet, light, yet delightfully rich in color. And you'll find Roma wines always delicious, of unvarying fine quality and goodness. June is the month of weddings, and the most distinguished way to fate the June bride is by serving Roma California champagne. Its gold and sparkle and delicious, delightful dryness tell you that here is a truly fine champagne, Roma champagne. Next time you plan for a special occasion, add this sparkling touch of perfection, good Roma champagne.
Next Thursday, you will hear John Payne and Frank McHugh as stars of Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
It's intermission time at the Baba Guli Show. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for some hot popcorn? How's about your favorite soft drinks, which are sparkling cold? And there's all kinds of candy to tempt you. It's radio time, folks. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Hey folks, Waddle from Watch Waddle here. Hope you're enjoying today's radio program, and if you're considering getting a new radio to listen to them, why not get one with the newest innovation, the 4-speed record player? Because available now is our newest hits from Watch Waddle Production. Check out me and the gang and our hilarious, zany, and crazy tunes, filled with spoofs, gags, and jokes. Available in our playlist collection. Check them out for some cheap laughs and running gags. Well, and when we say running gags, we ain't kidding, brother.
Screwy Forest's Watch Waddle cartoons. Available on Channel Watch Waddle. During the intermission, our radio show brings to you a cartoon for the record. We now return you to our radio show.
Go on home and sober up.
You think I'm a lousy lash?
Look, I run a nice quiet bar. You cause me any more trouble and I have the cops on you, okay?
You and your sleazy gin mill. Who needs it? My credit's good in the best hotels in town. Oh, you gotta treat me like that, says you.
It wasn't my fault. You walked right into me. I didn't have a prayer. It wasn't my fault.
Sure, I know.
Well, everybody saw it. It wasn't my fault. She hurt bad?
I don't know. Better not move her. Here come the cops.
You know who she is? Rose French. She used to be a big movie star.
Rose French. In the blur of memory, the face grows dim. But do you remember the name? 20 years ago, Rose French. The remarkable Rose French. As a servant girl, or as a princess, she was a quicksilver star in a celluloid heaven. If a woman could sell her soul to achieve such fame, what wouldn't she do to get it back? Poor Rose, that was all she wanted, to relive the past. And those who loved her, Frank Clyde, for instance, could do nothing to stop her. But the comeback trail can lead to strange and sinister places, to a lonely garden, and to a night of terror. It can even lead to the face of a painted doll. But the comeback trail is a journey without maps, as sure as my name is Boris Karloff. Poor Rose French and her last desperate summer. That's the name of our story, Rose's Last Summer. Our principal players are Miss Mary Astor, Mr. Lynn McCarthy, and Miss Helen Quintal. Let me assure you, my friends, this is a thriller.
I talked to the other desk sergeant yesterday. I'm Frank Clyde.
Oh, yeah. You're the fellow that runs the clinic for boozers.
Well, we prefer to call it Rehabilitation Center.
Yeah? Well, who are we rehabilitating today?
Rose French. She was arrested Tuesday.
Rose French. Oh, yeah, here it is. Drunk and disorderly, $200 or 30 days.
Well, I finally scraped together the $200.
You're too late.
Too late? What do you mean?
Somebody else has already bailed her out. She's gone. Rose French.
Rose. Rose, it's me, Annie. Rose, you got company. That water running and all that yowling, she can't hear a thing.
What's Rose doing with the road map?
What? I don't know. She's packing. Rose? No. You got company. Now don't come out unless you're dressed.
Why not? I've kept my figure. Why, Frank! Why, how sweet of you to come and visit an old lady. Whose idea was this?
Why?
I'll bet. Did you bring a butterfly net with you?
Rose.
Or were you looking for this? The best, the very best. I used to buy it by the case. Glasses, Annie, glasses.
Haven't you caused enough commotion?
Commotion? You'd think this was Russia, not California. Come on, Annie, you don't want to drink it out of the bottle, do you? All right, now, young man, let's talk about you. Just what are you doing here at this time of night?
I was passing by, and I saw your light on. I said to myself, I must see Rose French right now, this minute.
Couldn't wait.
That's right.
You dear, sweet boy. You know, I'm awfully glad I went to your clinic. It's been a rare experience knowing you, Frank.
I'm crazy about you, too.
Oh, aren't we a pair? Bless you. You did keep me from going over the edge once. But there's nothing wrong now. Not a thing in the world.
I don't believe you. Now, come on, tell me about it.
Oh, if I were any younger, I'd grab you so fast.
Now, Rose?
Well, I would. No, please believe me, Frank. There's nothing the matter. I'm just happy, that's all. I've got a job.
A job?
Well, what's so startling about that? I've made a fortune in my time. I supported 3 husbands. No, only 2. Haley Dalloway supported me. The only trouble was he wanted to change me, too.
You're going back to Hollywood.
Oh, not a chance. Hollywood couldn't meet my price, darling.
What is it then? What sort of a job?
Well, it's a sort of a housekeeper. Very good job.
Is this on the level?
Couldn't be leveler. But I think I'll hang on to this room as a sort of a pied-à-terre, a hole in the ground to you.
Rose, really?
Which reminds me, I owe you 2 weeks back rent. And a month in advance. Is that satisfactory?
Oh, yes, indeed. Rose, I just don't understand.
Neither do I. Where is this job?
California, the good old USA.
Will you stop being childish? We want to know where you're going.
I'll keep in touch. I'll buy you a steak dinner one of these days. Oh, come on, you two. Don't be so serious. I thought you'd bust your buttons with joy at getting rid of me. Come on, now, drink up. Here's to the job. No, I've got a better one. Here's to independence.
I know a better one still. To Rose French. Can't believe it. Just can't believe it.
And the situation in Washington remains in the same state. From the town of La Mesa, California, comes news of the sudden death of one-time screen star Rose French. She was found dead in the garden of a couple who say they did not know Miss French or have any connection with her. Although the demise seems of natural causes, police are making the usual investigation. Miss French was once married to Haley Dalloway, the well-known industrialist. From the eastern seaboard comes a story about a man who tried to prove
Mr. Jackson, please tell the skipper to hoist anchor. Put into port right away. Oh, and also radio my travel agent. I want an airline reservation for La Mesa, California, immediately.
Doesn't make sense, Captain. It just doesn't.
People die every day, Mr. Clyde.
But she was perfectly well when I last saw her.
When was that?
8 days ago in Los Angeles.
You suspect murder?
I didn't say that.
Police surgeon's preliminary report says she died of natural causes.
But what was she doing in that garden? What was the name of the family who lived there?
Goodfield, Willett Goodfield. He just moved in with his wife and mother.
What was she doing there?
Just passing by, it seems. Garden gate was open. She sat down to rest. They found her body by the bench, her suitcase beside her.
Well, she said she was going to a job. It must have been in that neighborhood.
No, we checked the whole district. Nobody knows anything about her. Mr. Clyde, I'm afraid you're just going to have to face the facts as they are.
Haley Dalloway.
You two know each other?
Mr. Dalloway, I feel as if I've known you for a long time. I'm Frank Clyde, a friend of Rose's.
Oh, how'd you do?
You go to the morgue?
Yes, I did. She was still wearing my ring. After all these years. Still wearing my ring. So, Rose was a patient of yours, was she?
For a while. Always felt it wasn't Rose that couldn't adjust to the world. It was the world that couldn't adjust to Rose.
You liked her, eh?
Very much.
So did I. There were times when she made my life a hell, but I liked her. I was pretty hard on her, I'm afraid. She had to conform, or else, well, she wouldn't, or couldn't, so So I lost her, of course.
You never saw her again?
No, not until today. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe she was dead.
Mr. Dalloway, I'd like to see where she died. My car's over here. Separated, Mr. Dalloway?
Oh, about 20 years. I never married again.
I was wondering about that.
I was on the verge of it several times, but after all, who could follow her?
I wish you could hear you say that.
Yes, so do I.
This must be it. The smoke of a bench.
So lonely here. You'd think no one was here.
They probably keep this end of the house closed up.
Oh, no. She should never have died like this, not Rose. She should have been surrounded by people.
Mr. Dalloway. Try not to let them see you, but take a look up at that corner window. Mr. Goodfield, I understand you rented the place you're now living in.
Yes, we rented it for 2 months. We've been in it a month.
Where is your permanent residence?
In San Francisco.
Did you know the deceased?
No, I told the police that I'd never seen her before.
Then you didn't recognize her as Rose French?
Well, the name Rose French meant nothing to me. I seldom go to the movies, and she was before my time.
Then no member of your family saw anything at all, hmm?
I'm telling you, we saw nothing nor we heard nothing. Not until I found the body. Then I telephoned the police immediately.
Well, my mother-in-law, I'm afraid, is a very difficult woman.
Then you have nothing to add to the testimony of your husband?
Nothing. But I assure you it's been a most unpleasant experience finding a dead body in the corner of your garden.
Dr. Severin, you performed an autopsy on the body of the deceased.
I did.
Would you tell us, please, what brought about her death?
Coronary thrombosis. She died almost instantly. As a matter of fact, her death was long overdue.
Oh? Why do you say that?
Her heart was badly damaged, almost twice its normal size.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have. We find the deceased Rose French to have died from natural causes, due to a weak heart and overexertion.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Court is dismissed.
Willett, is that you?
Yes, Mother.
Bring me my cup of tea and tell me how things went.
Yes, Mother. In just a moment. I need a drink.
You're drinking too much, Willett.
That's my business.
And mine.
I want to send flowers to the funeral tomorrow.
Flowers?
Yes. It's the least we can do, isn't it?
I'll go, darling. You relax. Well, yes, I understand. The only thing is... Oh, Willett, this is Mr. Clyde and Mr. Dalloway. We saw them at the inquest.
How do you do? Yes, I remember.
For some reason, they seem to want to talk to your mother.
My mother? Why?
We saw her looking out the window. We thought perhaps she might have noticed something.
Willett? Who's down there? Willett?
Yes, Mother. It's a gentleman named Mr. Dalloway who wishes to speak to you.
Never heard of him. Send him up anyway.
But, Mother...
You heard me. Send him up.
Very well, Mother. Would you wait here, please? Ethel, you'd better fix Mother's tea. This way, Mr. Dalloway, please.
Don't worry about me.
If you'll excuse me, then.
this is Mr. Haley Dalloway. He was at the inquest. He used to be married to Rose French.
How do you do, Mrs. Goodfield?
How do you do? Sit down.
Well, thank you.
Oh, stop hovering, Willett. You know I don't like it. I'm perfectly capable of conducting a conversation by myself.
I'm sorry, Mother. Your tea will be up directly.
Now, what can I do for you?
Mrs. Goodfield, is there anything at all you can tell me? Anything about my former wife's death?
What makes you think I can?
I don't know. Perhaps I thought you might have seen something from this window here. I just can't bear to think of her dying out there, alone.
No, for an actress, that must have been a hardship. Did you divorce Rose French?
Yes.
Did you have reason to?
Yes, I thought so at the time. We didn't get along.
Well, then why this great interest? Why this morbid concern?
Well, maybe like Frank Clyde, I feel guilty about her.
Who's Frank Clyde?
A friend of hers.
Where? So she had friends. That's interesting in itself. Those people seldom do.
Rose may have had her faults, but meanness wasn't one of them.
Sit down, sit down. Please, sit down. You know, I rather like you. At least you have spirit. Tell me, do you know the Sweet Marie doll?
No, I can't say that I do.
You would if you'd had children. It was a beautiful doll. We made a fortune on it once. Mr. Dalloway, I'm afraid you'll have to go. There's nothing I can tell you.
Yes, Mother Goodfield.
Get this man out of here. I'm tired.
Excuse me. There we are, dear. I'm sorry, Mr. Dalloway.
Just a moment. Who's paying for that woman's funeral?
I am, of course.
More fool you. Thank you, dear. Ah, nice and hot.
You still haven't explained this map.
There's nothing to explain. It's a perfectly ordinary road map. We used it while we were traveling.
Mr. Dalloway, I found this map burned in the fireplace. Rose had one just like it. I saw it in a room.
So what does that prove?
It proves she was here in this house.
Are you out of your mind? You can get those maps at any gas station.
Are you sure it's the same one?
No, he isn't.
Yes, I'm sure. It had the same markings.
Well, let me see it.
No, this is too much. Questioning, hounding. For 3 days now, I haven't had a moment's peace. But this is the last straw. I've had all I can take.
What are you afraid of, Mr. Goodfield?
Gentlemen, I think you'd better leave before we call the police.
Would you go through the pockets of these dresses?
Well, Frank, I must admit, I haven't the steam I used to have.
I'm sorry you're tired, Mr. Dalloway, but we must go over every inch of this room.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, just exactly what are we looking for?
I don't know. There must be something. Something will tie Rose in with that house. If we find something besides a map, then we'll know.
You really think that those people... What reason would they have to harm her?
Mr. Dalloway, I can only go by the facts. That map is the same map that I saw in this room. If it wasn't, why did they burn it? If it wasn't, why did that Willett Goodfield get so jittery and so angry?
Yes, Well, that attitude was peculiar, I must admit. And yet, you know, they sent such lovely flowers to the funeral.
Exactly what I mean. And why did they send flowers, and such expensive ones? The funeral of someone who meant nothing to them. Was it because they felt guilty about something?
This is all so circumstantial, so tenuous.
Would you call this tenuous, Mr. Dalloway?
Oh? What is it?
I didn't want to upset you. I got this afternoon. It's the last electrocardiogram taken of Rose's heart, taken by the clinic doctor 7 months ago. Does that look like the chart of a woman with a badly damaged heart?
Frank, I don't know about these things.
Well, look at the rhythm, the pattern of the heart action. You heard the coroner's testimony. Coronary thrombosis, enlarged heart. Now, Dr. Lewis assured me there was no evidence of such a condition in that cardiogram.
But, could it have changed so rapidly?
I don't know. I don't think so. You know what I think? I think those people killed Rose. I think they lured her up there to La Mesa with a promise of a job. Somehow, I don't know how, they made it look like she had a heart condition. Maybe some drug.
But why, Frank? Why?
I don't know, but I'm...
Remember now. She used to doodle like this while talking on the phone.
See the word La Mesa?
Yes, but she knew she was going there.
Well, look at the way she doodled the word good 4 times, and each time with a capital letter. That could have subconsciously meant the name Goodfield.
Yes, it's possible, I suppose.
Well, that does it. La Mesa, Goodfield. That ties them together before she ever left here. Well, I'm going to the police.
No, Frank. No, don't do that. This isn't enough. That doodle could just mean what the word says. Good. Just an indication that she was happy about getting a job.
I suppose we took a run up to San Francisco and looked into their background. That's where they're from. They still have a home there up on Nob Hill. They also have a doll factory.
Good. We'll go to San Francisco. It's worth a try, anyway.
Mr. Sturgis?
Yes?
Well, there's no one in your outer office, so I took the liberty.
Oh, lunchtime. They're all out to lunch. I always have mine right in here. Just fruit. Best thing for you.
I'm John Richards. I called for an appointment.
Oh, yes. Toy Digest. Oh, sit down, sit down. You're interested in doing an article on old Horace Goodfield, aren't you?
Well, not exactly. It's a symposium. They told me at the doll factory that you were the executor of Horace Goodfield's estate. I thought you might fill me in.
Nobody knew more about old Horace Goodfield than I did. Now, what is it you want to know?
Well, first, when did he die?
About 15 years ago. That's it. 5 years after he created the Sweet Marie doll.
Oh, yes, about that doll. I understand it made him a lot of money.
Millions. Excuse me. Lunchtime for them, too, you know. 1, 2, 3. There. Enjoy your lunch.
What kind of a man was Mr. Goodfield?
A genius. Oh, he invented all kinds of toys. Of course, he was rather eccentric. Hadn't been for all his money, you'd have called him a nut.
And the rest of the family, what were they like?
Well, Horace didn't pay much attention to his family. Tell you the truth, he didn't like his family very well, especially his son, Willett. You see, Willett never invented anything.
Well, he left them his money.
As the executor of the estate, I can't discuss that.
I see. Where is Mrs. Goodfield? I thought I might like to talk to her.
Oh, she's away somewhere, traveling.
Well, you've given me a very interesting sidelight on Mr. Goodfield. Thank you, Mr. Sturgis.
Well, you're welcome, Mr.
Richards.
Oh, yes. I'd like to see a copy of the article when it's published.
I'll send you a copy. Goodbye, sir.
Long distance. I want to place a person-to-person call. Willett Goodfield, La Mesa, California.
Asking questions about us? Well, you didn't tell him anything, did you?
Now, what would I tell him? It was just that after he left, I thought he had asked some very peculiar kind of questions for a trade paper writer. As a matter of fact, he seemed a little peculiar himself.
What did he look like? I thought so. Frank Clyde. Well, he's a friend of Rose French's. He didn't believe the findings at the inquest. I am careful. We thought we'd covered everything. This means more to us than it does to you. All right. I'll keep you informed.
Clyde?
Yes. He's up in San Francisco checking. What are we going to do?
Don't panic, Willett. We're past the time limit now. We'll just have to end it a few days sooner than we planned.
Ethel, I don't mean to be weak.
I know you don't, baby. Just trust me, that's all. Just leave everything to me. Mother Goodfield.
Mother, what are you doing up?
Well, now that's a stupid question if I ever heard one. I got bored, that's all. Well, I did.
Now, darling, you know it's better for you to stay upstairs. You're much more comfortable there.
But I'm bored, Ethel.
Go to your room. That's the girl. We'll be up to talk to you later.
Don't bother. Neither one of you is very amusing. Now, Rose, none of that. Forget who you are. You're giving a performance. You're not Rose French. You're me. That's what we're paying you for. To be me.
Well, I'll look more like you when I get this wig adjusted. Still isn't right across the forehead. I'll try the walk again.
No, 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 that's not right. You still haven't got it.
Oh, well, I'm doing the best I can.
You're doing nothing of the sort. It's not enough that you look like me. That's only part of it. You must be like me, inside.
Well, that's a big order.
I thought you were an actress.
I am. At least I was.
Because of a pretty face?
No.
All right, let's try it again. A little slower. I couldn't walk that fast. That's more like it. Now, say something. Say something to my son. That's not very bright of you, is it, Willett? Did you ever try using a fraction of your brain? That's it. Oh, that's it, isn't it?
Yes.
What I can't understand is how Willett happened to recognize me on the street.
How could anyone help but recognize Rose French? Of course, I always resembled you. I was not as beautiful, but I looked like Rose French.
Yes, I can see where you would. Especially if you darkened your hair a little.
That's it. Remember, if I should die, darken my hair.
Oh, Mother, please.
Ethel?
I'll remember.
Yes, it's a miracle that we found you, Rose. But you saw the maps that I gave you. You know where we went. Oh, we've been traveling since February, looking for someone to pass for me.
But you did find her.
Yes. Maybe just in time.
Don't talk like that, Mother. You know you'll live to be 90.
I don't want to live to be 90.
I just want to live long enough to be sure you get the money.
Oh, Mother, please. This whole thing is just insane.
You were always incompetent. You and your father.
You always were incompetent. You and your father.
Is that the way I sound? Yes, I guess it is.
All right, Rose, that's enough. Mrs. Goodfield is tired.
Yes, I think I am. All of a sudden.
I'll put you to bed, dear.
No, wait a minute. There's something else. Something I thought of this morning.
It can wait.
If anything should happen and Rose has to take over, you must never let down, not even when you're alone. You must call her mother, and you must call her mother Goodfield. Never think of her as Rose French. Do you understand? Rose, before we say goodnight, would you do me a favor? Put the wig on again.
Oh, sure. When I tried it on this morning, it was terribly tight, but I managed to stretch it a little.
There we are. Incredible. Wait a moment. Well, it's unnerving, isn't it? What do you see? Rose?
I see two dreadful old women. Two dreadful old women.
What are you doing?
I'm going home.
You're what?
I'm going home. I'm a fraud and a cheat, and so are you. I can't go on with it any longer. I won't.
I'm afraid you'll have to.
Now, look, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I'm ashamed and I'm scared. I want to be myself again.
And who is that?
Who is that? Why, Rose French, of course.
You can't be Rose French. Rose French is dead.
No.
She's dead and buried. She doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh. No, she isn't dead. Rose French isn't dead.
I'm a realist. So was your mother. Do you know what she said to me? She said, Rose must die as me. If I die as Rose French, Rose must die as Mrs. Horace Goodfield.
It was awful when Mother died. Trying to make her look younger. Dyeing her hair so she'd look like Rose.
I know, dear.
I couldn't go through it again. I'll never forget when we carried her down. I just couldn't go through it again.
You won't have to. Once we get Rose to San Francisco, you can leave everything to me. Just don't fail me now, darling. Don't fail your mother.
All right. When do we do it?
Tonight.
Miss, just a moment. I'd like to have a copy of this page, please, as soon as possible. Have any luck up on Nob Hill?
No. I watched their house from noon till 4. Nobody showed. I even tried to get inside. But a police car came around, and I figured I'd better skip that gambit.
Well, I think I found something in the newspaper files. Look at this. A copy of Goodfield's obituary in the Times 15 years ago.
Mrs. Horace Goodfield. She was when her husband patterned the Sweet Marie doll after her face. She's a dead ringer for Rose.
Of course, but look farther down. The part about the will. Now, here, Frank. And it is rumored that the eccentric millionaire left an eccentric will, leaving his fortune in trust to his widow. It becomes hers only if she reaches 65 years of age. Otherwise, the entire estate will go to the Parnassus Health Food Foundation.
If she dies before 65, the family loses the whole shebang.
Right.
See, that should be just about now. Yeah, I had her date of birth. Let's see. Oh, here it is. May 29th. Now, she was 65 just 2 days ago. You realize what this could mean? That must have been Mrs. Goodfield they found in the garden.
Ridiculous. Are you trying to tell me that that old woman in bed upstairs was Rose French? The woman I was married to?
It had to be. They must have hired Rose to take her place so they'd get the money, even if Mrs. Goodfield died before she reached 65.
A fantastic scheme. But Frank, that would mean only one thing, that Rose is alive.
As of now. But they don't need her any longer. Today is May 31st.
Come on, let's get back to La Mesa at once.
But my car's in the garage down the street.
You go first. No, I just wanted to say I'm sorry I blew my top yesterday. I didn't mean it.
I know you didn't, Rose. We both lost our heads. And for the same reason. We've been under a great strain.
Well, you and Mr. Goodfield particularly.
It was inexcusable of me to act the way I did. Can you forgive me?
If you can forgive me.
You know I can. You've been magnificent, Rose.
You know, this is nice, our talking like this. It's the first time we've really talked together.
Then we're friends?
You bet.
That's wonderful.
After all, we are so close to the end.
That's right. Just one more day and you'll be free as the air.
Yes, I'm going to New York, and I've made up my mind I'm going to change my name, and you'll never hear of me again.
I brought you a present, Rose.
Oh, glory be.
I know you've missed your little nip, and I see no harm in it now.
Well, this is good stuff, too, you know. I used to buy it by the case. $500 was nothing for a party.
Well, just help yourself.
Well, you are a dear girl.
Don't be silly. Let's just call it a peace offering.
Bless you.
How much sedative did you give her?
Enough, apparently.
There we are now. Come right up here.
Goodfield.
That's right.
That's fine.
Now we've got you here.
Oh.
You force your way into Goodfield's house on that kind of evidence. If you're wrong, you'll have one whale of a suit on your hands.
Well, let's not stand here arguing. Let's get up there.
Well, suit or no suit, are you coming with us, Captain, or do we go without you?
I'll have to wait for my relief. He's due in a few minutes.
Wait a minute. Where are we going?
We're just taking you downstairs for a change,
Oh,
dear.
no.
Come on. Oh, she's passed out completely.
Good.
It's all right, I've got her. Get the door, Ethel. Here we go.
You can manage alone.
I could have managed alone from the very beginning.
Let me go, will it? You know how I hate to have you fuss over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mother.
We can't let her get away now. We lose everything. Open the gate.
Over there.
Somebody let me in! Please, somebody let me in! Help me, somebody!
They're trying to kill me. Oh. Oh.
It's all right.
Get after them.
All right. All over.
Oh.
It's all right.
Oh.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all over, Rose.
Oh, Haley.
Rose, let's go home.
Oh, thank you.
Hush now, ghoulies, don't you cry. The moon is grinning in the midnight sky. Shadows tiptoe across the floor. Monsters knock but lock the door. Nighty night, sleep tight. It's time to go to sleep. Nighty night, sleep tight. It's time to go to sleep. Ghoulies, close your eyes. Nightmares whisper lullabies. Creeping, crawling, don't you peek. Drift away and go to sleep. Nighty night, sleep tight. Rest under the pale moonlight. Nighty night, sleep tight. Rest under the pale moonlight. Under the bed, what do you see? Glowing eyes stare back at me. But don't be scared, they mean no harm. Just spooky friends with ghostly charm.
Yo, Night Robin, Gareth and Jack, Donald and Goodman got your back. The zombies creep but they don't bite. They're just walking in the pale moonlight. Werewolves howling, mummies chill, what's their deal? Even vampires keep it still. Skeletons tapping on the beat so tight. Jack-o'-lanterns flicker in the dead of night. Bats take flight, witches zoom, rocking you to sleep with a boom, boom, boom. Nighty night, sleep tight. Nighty night, sleep tight.
Ghoulies, don't you fear. Monsters guard you always near. Wrapped in cobwebs soft and tight. Nighty night, sleep